What's up guys, how are you doing? And today we're going to be ranking all the special traits in Caliber. So a special trait is basically a passive ability that is shared between all the operators within a unit. So to start with, we're going to start with Vimple. And Vimple has the increased duration of crawling. So you have the increased duration of crawling, being able to crawl to your teammates and maybe having them res you. In the case of Almas can actually res you with his extra special trait, and that would actually be good. But it sometimes also just gets you killed, and sometimes you're tired of having that long crouch duration and it gets kind of annoying sometimes because you want to spectate because you're probably in like a spot where it doesn't really make sense and you want to kind of assist your teammate in spectating, and sometimes it's kind of annoying, to be honest. I just feel that it just puts me in an area whereby I'll be trying to maybe help my teammates out with almost trying to get them reversed, but it doesn't make any sense. So I'm gonna put that trait being able to have an increased duration in B. It's not bad, but sometimes it's just annoying. So that trait is in B. Next up, we have Alpha. And Alpha has the speed increase when you have your pistol out. So when it comes to the Alpha unit, when you have your pistol out, pistol in your hand, you will have a speed increase or a speed boost, which is faster than all the other operators with their pistol out. And that's actually real good. I'll say that's actually an S tier, being able to reach to the midpoint, being able to reach the choke points before the enemy is actually so good. Sometimes you're around the corner and there is actually a Pebron around the corner already, and you're like, how did he reach there so fast? He ran with his pistol out. It's actually real good to traverse the map and use basically less stamina. So that's an S tier. Alpha has an S tier special trait. 22 SPN, 10 extra HP when revived. So you get 10 extra HP when revived. I think that's kind of meh. I think that's not really something to really look forward to when you're thinking about traits. It's just 10 extra HP. Chances are it's going to actually help you, but not as much if you don't have any armor. So I'm gonna say that's pretty much a D for me. 10 extra HP, I would never really think about that, and I wouldn't want to play a unit whereby I have to even think about trying to get 10 extra HP when getting revived, because that means you are actually down, which is kind of bad. Be if you're trying to be a pro player and trying to not get down. So being down is already a down, much less to actually think of to getting 10 HP to get revived. So I'm gonna have to say that's a D for me. Next up we have KSK, and when teammates revive you, you get 75 stamina points. Now that's all right. Stamina points is always good to be able to use your ability and whatnot, but it's still not that amazing. So we're gonna say it's a C. Just getting a little bit of stamina is all right, but it's not that great. So it's 75 stamina points, but it's we can say it's C. It's C. When it comes to the SEAL team, triggering mines with a 1 second delay can actually come clutch, but how much mines do you see that you want to run across? Chances are, usually when you even see a mine, unless you're not running, you're probably gonna get hit by it. Regardless if there is actually a 1 second delay, to be honest. If you didn't see it, you're probably gonna get hit by it. The only way to really make this special trait be useful is actually when you're running and you didn't see it and you got the notification late. Sometimes you get the notification and you don't even know where it is, you don't even see it. It's not like marked or anything for you. So I'm gonna say that's a C also, getting that 1 second delay on the mine, but it's actually real good. But it's just that it means that you have to be thinking about mines every match and actually running rather than like just walking around. But it's pretty good in C. It could be a little bit higher, but mines is not like a huge thing whereby you don't even get a notification that it's in front of you. Next up, we have the CST, US CST. 50% increased accuracy while crouched. Now that's actually real good. That's basically an A tier for me. Could be closer to A S tier, but a real A tier, being able to crouch and just be a laser, because The CST actually doesn't have a whole ton of recoil, so their guns are pretty nice. So being able to crouch and get 50% more increased accuracy is actually real good. So that's definitely an E. Next up, we have the TFB. The TFB British. Um, they get a little bit of a movement speed, 50% movement speed while getting shot, and it lasts for 2 seconds. So whenever you get a little bit of shots, maybe it could be on your arms or your legs, you get a little bit of a boost, 50% of your amount of speed increased, which is actually real good to get in cover. Um, Being able to get out of line of sight is actually real good. I think that's pretty much an A for me in my book. Um, yeah, that's actually real good to be able to get out of combat, out of sight from a sniper. Maybe get you got a shot from a sniper. That's actually real good. So I see that's an A tier for me too. If I didn't mention that the CST was actually an A tier also. SAS, being able to shoot pistol while down. I mean, that's pretty much an S tier in my book. Being able to the thing is you can actually activate it when you like. So you can actually time it and wait till the enemies actually turn their back or not looking, and then you can shoot them. I think the best part about it being down and shooting is actually Tower, because Tower actually has an SMG, so you can actually dish out a lot of pistol shots, because he has a little SMG, obviously, so it's automatic. Yeah, I think when it comes to Tower actually has that lockdown, having a SMG, and yeah, it's pretty much S tier special trait. Next up we have Raid. Raid takes 20% less damage to their forearms and legs, which is all right. I wouldn't say that Raid is probably the best unit to go with. There's only one or two of them from this unit that actually are all right. But when it comes to the trade is actually pretty good, because your forearms already take a multiplier that's already less. So imagine 20% less. I'd say that's an A. Even in case it was on let's say another unit, that would actually be real good for them. That would be amazing. So yeah, Raid's ability to take less damage, 20% less damage to legs and arms, is actually real good. So Nurture has one of the S tier special traits, being able to take 50% less damage to burning. That's actually insane, because all we saw for the past time was actually Fire Girl. So we have Fortress here, and then we actually had Diablo. Fireball is also, you know, that the whole team can actually pick up fire ammo, so you're gonna have a lot to deal with. So the burning damage 50% less. Just imagine having sealed materials with that, which adds another 30%. So imagine the skill sealed materials with that. You get 50% plus 30%, 80% resistance to the burning. So that's actually real good. It's almost nullifying it basically. Izapak, so that's S tier. Izapak, being able to take less damage from falling, less fall damage. There's not too much places where you can jump from let's say the second floor of different maps. Um, but I think it's actually helpful when it comes to flanking, really getting on that flank, because sometimes you see a flank, but you're afraid to jump because of your HP. Well, Izapak takes less fall damage. There are different values depending on the unit, but taking less fall damage as a special trait is actually real good. It means that you can also capitalize on a flank that you are seeing while on the second floor. So that's all right. It's actually a B for me. It's actually a B for me. It's not the most insane thing, because you'll still lose HP, but yeah, I wish they could have this little animation, like whereby you pull out like a parachute, seeing that it's a parachute icon. Um, but yeah, it's a B for me. Next up, we have the Ariston. Ariston is a C for me. They get a little bit of movement while crouch, times two. So times two the movement while crouch, which is actually really good when you're playing sniping. I really enjoy playing Sultan and just moving around. being able to pop my head out on a different side of let's say the cover that someone's aiming for me, because you move so quick when you're crouched that they don't even know that you're gonna pop out right over there at the second when you pop your head down. So that's actually real good. I think it's real good for mainly the sniper than anything else. But I mean, if you want to um close the distance without getting hurt, I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. So C tier for me. So SSOBR, um, +2 stamina point recovery. So if you have let's say snug fit, extra stamina is about 8, I think, and that will bring you to 10. That's actually real good. You're gonna be losing stamina a lot less and being able to run around the map a lot more. Yeah, I think that's gonna be actually real good, especially for someone like Lazuchik running around the map. This guy is pretty insane with his ability to turn invisible. With his it's just crazy. So yeah, I think that it's a B tier for sure. Not it's just stamina, just 2, but it's actually gonna be a lot useful when you pair it up with Snugfit and stuff. EMF, players within a 5 meter gets a buff. So there are different buffs that they actually get. One of them being a damage buff, and that's by Vidar, and one of them being a stamina buff and resistance to damage and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. You actually get a speed buff also. So all of them actually give you a buff by just being within a 5 meter radius. So if you guys are playing together, you're gonna get a buff, which is actually real good. Now for the Jarlong. The Jarlong now they have an A tier, just as the AMF has an A tier for their players being 5 meters from them. A tier also, while incapacitated, you can actually use your Q. So that means Shawe using his drone, Ling Zhu using his generator thingy to give his teammates a little bit of damage resistance. Yo Wang being able to throw some heals on his teammates that are around him. And then we have Kang Long, which can actually like turn invisible basically while downed. So that's actually real good. Upon death, he actually applies the invisibility effect. So that's actually real good is Q while incapacitated. Um, Next up we have Bope. Bope, one of the newer ones, and Bope is actually immune to bleeding, and that comes clutch when it comes to operators like, let's say, Monk using his pistol and hitting you 3 shots, or even Stylet shooting you and adding some bleeding to you. um Next up we have Grom, and Grom takes less damage from poison. There are operator that takes 100% from the immune effect from the poison, which is Kit, but not all of them actually gets the full immune, but they do take less damage from poison overall. So that's it for me. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't.